Good after morning, folks. Mike Wells, your World Explorer. Today is August the 13th, 2025, and we're going to take a look at our understory location where our pineapple plants are, and not only that, but the sun location as well. Then I have a special prize for you at the end of this video, so please stay tuned. So look, it's been raining throughout the summer. These pineapple plants are all the heads of our yield from last year, okay? And then one of them is from this year. So we don't have a whole lot here, but the point is they are doing exceptionally well, and they're very green. They look happy. And they're in the understory of our big, beautiful oak tree. This is a live oak. Now over here in the sunshine, they seem to be doing well also. This year we've had a decent amount of rain. It hasn't been too heavy and it hasn't been too dry either. And here's how you know whether or not things have been okay, is because we have the rain water that collects in the drainage ditch when it's been ultra wet. And you see absolutely no rainwater in the drainage ditch, which means it's been a decent summer. It hasn't been dry because if you look at the grass is green. So decent amount of rain this whole summer. We're looking at the sugar sand. All I've done with this patch here is put it out here in the sugar sand and put a little tiny thin layer of mulch around so it would have some nutrients to feast off of. But being that these pineapple plants are basically just bromeliads, or air plants if you will, they don't need a whole lot. It's basically a set and forget. At least in Florida it is. Now we are located basically on the border of zone 9A and 10B here in Florida. So the hardiness zone is supreme for growing pineapples. Let's take a look at the special prize. Now this year, unfortunately, we only harvested one pineapple, but we bought a couple pineapples from the store because they were really yellow and they looked beautiful. And guess what they had? They had a bunch of seeds right in the outside of where the pineapple is. Yes, you do see that. See that? Now we've had these sitting over next to our window so they get radiating heat. Okay? Let's go ahead and zoom in a bit. What you'll see here is a wet paper towel with the pineapple seeds thrown right on top. But if you look, you can clearly see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There must be 10 sprouting just in this one container. All right, now I think the key to getting them to sprout sooner is obviously this environment, but placing them next to the window because of the heat. They need some heat. These pineapple plants, they basically live very well in the Florida environment, which is typically hot almost all year round. So if you look here, how many do we have here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 5, 6 in this container here. So here we have at least, at minimum, 16 new plants just from doing this with the seeds, setting them next to the window and forgetting about them. Anyhow, folks, that's a really cool thing, and I hope more of these seeds do sprout. Now you can go to your local, either Publix, Walmart, or any of your local grocery stores that sell pineapples, and probably find some seeds right in the outer first 3/4 inch of the pineapple, and dig out those seeds and do this exact same thing with those seeds, and you might be pleasantly surprised at the results. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. That helps the channel grow. And stay tuned because I'm going to be taking these and transferring them over to a larger container in hopes that they get big enough to be able to transplant outside successfully and grow them into full-blown pineapple plants. Have a great day.